The first three problems will deal with the geometric formulas up here. So we're going to use either of these two formulas for these problems. Find the common ratio in first four terms. The shortcut is the common ratio is a number that is the base of any power. So your common ratio is just the 1/2. The -3 will affect your first term and the term so on. So it wants you to find the first four terms. We do the same thing as we did with lesson 12.1. We're going to make a t-table for this. So here's your n. And we want n equals 1, 2, 3, 4. When n equals 1, you get -3 times 1/2 to the 1 power, -3 over 2. -3 times 1/2 squared, you get -3 over 4. -3 times 1/2 cubed, -3 over 8. -3 times 1/2 to the 4th, -3 over 16. As you can see, each denominator is increasing by 2. Therefore, you're multiplying by 1/2 each time. Your common ratio is 1/2. So don't forget to do the one last step. Write these out as a list because this is a sequence. Okay? All right, moving on. Find the fifth term and nth term. Nth term means finding the formula. So we're actually going to do this backwards. We're going to do the nth term first and then go back and figure out what the fifth term is. The formula for nth term says a sub n is equal to a1, looking up here, second formula here, times r to the n minus 1 power. So if you plug in everything we do know, a1 is 2, ratio is 3 to the n minus 1. This is your formula for the nth term. Oops, sorry, I crossed through my one. Now, if we're looking for the fifth term, you're looking for a sub 5. That's 2 times 3 to the 5 minus 1 power. So 2 times 3 to the 4th. Watch out for your exponents and your order of operation. This is 2 times 3 to the 4th, 81. Your final answer is 162 for the fifth term. As you can see, for geometric series, your numbers grow a lot faster than arithmetic. So even at the fifth term, you can see how big the number is as compared to the very first term. All right, number 3, sometimes they give it to you like in such form, you have to figure out what the seventh term is. And yes, I know the series is short, so you can actually do this by hand, but try to practice doing this with the formula. So looking at this, knowing that your A1 is 1, and it's going by 1/2 each time, sorry, ratio is 1/2. So formula is A sub n equals A1 times the ratio to the n minus 1 power. After getting that formula, you can see that the 1 is not necessary, so really you can simplify your formula to A sub n is 1/2 to the n minus 1 power. Then we can answer the question, what is the seventh term? So a sub 7 is 1/2 to the 7 minus 1. That's 1/2 to the 6th power, 1 over to the 6th power, 64. Make sure you simplify.